Welcome in Joastwer. Welcome in GoSteady. Welcome in Rugmat. Welcome in 4X.
Wow!
Welcome in Tripadawan. Welcome in Maddie_2shoes.
Hello. It is warm. That's all I have to say. In case anything is weird today, in case anything is not as you expect, it's warm. There's simply nothing else to say about that. Even with an air conditioning, even with cool head cooling stuff. I have this thing, chat. You can put it over your head and you can just
Welcome in Rugmatbot.
you can just pull it down, and this, it's actually for migraine relief, but because it's so cold from the fridge, it's actually amazing. And I debated whether I should stream with this, but then I can't see anything. So then I was like, okay, I could do this, but then I look weird. So now I've decided to just leave it off. No, I actually need to read stuff. Rugmat. TTS on chat wouldn't be such an issue, but I actually need to read stuff. That's the main concern. How's everybody doing? I know I didn't stream on Friday. Something came up and I could not stream on Friday. But we're here again for episode 39 of the Data Cafe. I don't know if that's like a significant number, but I went to count. And I figured I should start putting the episode number in the title because it would make it easier to find it when someone says, oh, We talked about that in episode 11 rather than the date of the stream. Because nobody likes time zones, really. So I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you're all not melting too badly. I know that it is warm in most territories at the moment in the Northern Hemisphere. Welcome in Yoast, Ghost Daddy, hello. Forex and Rugmat. You know, no one actually claimed first, Forex, so by you typing second, you're technically first. I think that's how it works. And who else is here? Dr. Padawan, who stole my celery stick. You do that. Don't worry, maybe it's all part of the plan. Too much work stress because my brain works faster than others. What does that mean, Yoast? How does your brain work faster than others? Or are others just slower than you? You know? Maybe you're actually the baseline, but everybody else is...
Welcome, Steffi 128.
Maybe everybody else is actually slower. Slower than you. You're not actually that fast. Yoast is not AI. Anyway. Yeah. I've been playing less of Panther World.
Welcome in Thirsty_Housewife.
Hello, Thirsty. I see you're someone who probably drinks a lot of water. Hydration is very important, especially when it is this warm. So we have Leduc, Alberta, Canada, 25 degrees Celsius. Regina, 25 degrees Celsius. I love to hydrate. Wait, why is that not the first message in my account? Interesting. I love that.
Welcome
I was
to
so
the
surprised. I thought it would be like first message from this chatter, but no, it's not. Welcome in, Ian. Very good to see you again as well. Everybody can, of course, drop to try and hit the oh, that's actually... Let's do it. Let's do it. Where's it gonna be? There. There. Only 29 in London. But the thing is, it's not only heat. It's not only temperature, it's also humidity. Relative air humidity is also a big deal. What did Zurich return? 29. Oh, interesting. I think their last measurement here was higher than that, though. 1 second. The last temperature measurement now was 24.3. But it did peak around 33.8 today. 33.8 was the peak. Your location is off. That's actually the neighboring village. What?
Welcome in Shtustev.
Shtustev? What? Okay. Hi, JD. Good to see you. 57% relative humidity. That is not nice. No, no, no. That is not nice at all. That's... ugh. That's horrible. Oh, JD, you are the perfect person for this. You're the perfect person for this, actually. I need your ad. For... You built the game, right, JD? And I need you to send or give me an ad. Oh, speaking of, let's watch a clip of you.
No, 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 no.
No. Okay. Then if you don't want it, it's fine. But don't you want to advertise your game? Don't you want to advertise your game? Don't you want to say to people, I'm building a game, it's this. Wouldn't you love to wish list it on Steam or whatever? I don't know what people do for those things. I don't know what PCs are. Yeah, because I don't use one, so.
Welcome in Theo Fallon.
We're at 62% humidity, and that feels great. Hi, Alan. How is it? What? My map tells me the airport is closer to the center of the village than to the center of the city. Yeah, Forex. Southeast Asia, even Japan was really bad when we were living there. Like, you had like 28, 29 degrees, but it was like 97% humidity. It's just horrible. It is very warm at the moment. Definitely. But yeah, what I was saying, JD, is this goes for anybody, actually, who's a content creator. I need your ads. I need your ads, because I'm going to be doing a thing where I'm redefining the narrative. Or let me ask you a question first. Who of you likes ads? One in chat if you like ads. Let's have a look at chat. Dr. Padawan. Hey, Marcy. So most of you, I would say most of you probably don't mind ads in general if ads are fun and creative. Now here's a better question. How many of you like ads on Twitch? On this platform where we're streaming right now? That's the real question. How many of you like ads on Twitch? How many of you see the ads on Twitch and go, oh, I'm so glad I got this ad right now. The streamer scheduled this ad at the right time, so I didn't miss any of their content, and the content of the ad itself was really good. Yeah, I mean the super relevant ads, exactly. I mean the super relevant ads. I don't like them so much I got the turbo thing. See? I think in general, most of you probably don't like Twitch ads. Timing is one thing, but that's on the creator, because you can time them to your content. But the relevance of those ads, especially in the tech sector, especially in software and game dev, and science and technology, in these categories, the ads you get are nonsense. I get like, I had an Apple ad once, which was okay. But the rest of the time, it's always like super irrelevant stuff to me, like makeup ads or something. Like, doesn't make any sense. Like, their ad targeting is just all off. I updated the bot to look up the location name and write it in chat if available. Previously, it would just echo whatever you typed in. Ah, interesting. That's cool. So yeah, in general, I think most people don't like the content of the ads on Twitch. So I'm redefining the narrative. I'm redefining the narrative by giving you all the opportunity as creators.
Like and subscribe. Bye!
So if any of you are a creator, or if you have a interesting thing that you want to talk about, doesn't necessarily mean that you're a content creator. You can send me a maximum 60-second long ad. And I will play it on my stream randomly. That's how it's going to work. So when I say ads, I mean I actually mean ads. Hi, Josh. I actually mean ads. I mean ads that will interrupt the content. And everyone, contrary to Twitch's ad system, everyone's going to see the exact same ad at the same time for the exact same duration. So no one's going to miss any content. What I wouldn't I want, say, an Apple ad when you subscribe to Twitch displayed on a non-subscription channel? How short can they be? Good question, Alan. I hadn't thought about that. I think anything under 3 seconds is going to be very jarring. probably the shortest would be 10. 10 to 15. Something 10 seconds. Maybe 10 is enough. Let me do a thing. Okay, wait. I'm going to talk about now, and I'm going to talk to you about a product, and this is an ad read, and the ad read has now been 5 seconds, and if I continue talking, it's now been 8 seconds, and now this will be 10 seconds. Yeah, so, okay, so 5 to 7 would be possible, depending what it is. So there'll be highly irrelevant ads, but from the audience. No! How dare you? They will be highly relevant ads from my audience, for the audience. Apply directly to the forehead. No, Yost. No. They're not going to be like telemarketing scams or whatever. Like, there's not going to be any dubious ads in there. It's just going to be
garbage.
Some of them may in fact be garbage. 1877 cars for kids. Everybody is allowed to submit. Everybody is allowed to submit. It doesn't mean that I'm going to play your ad. Just saying. It doesn't mean that I'm going to play the ad. The timing on that garbage was very good. Does it have to be something I made, or can I point you to something else? It should be, in a way, it should be some kind of self-promotion, but you could technically promote something else, of course. What were you feeling like promoting, Alan? Just Discord text me. Just one word. I'll open my Discord. And then just one word.
Welcome,
Jones.
Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan. Like, just DM me on Discord one word. So I have like, you know, like a rough idea. Oh no. They're not going to be like telemarketing scams or whatever. Like, there's not going to be any dubious ads in there. It's just going to be
Garbage.
Yes, Alan. The answer to your question, the word you sent me, that would be totally fine. Yes. Promote the co-working Discord stream. You could do that, Yos. You could make a video promoting our Discord streams, and be like, hey, you know, we have these Discord co-working streams, and we hang out during the day, and we hold each other accountable, blah, blah, blah. Like, you could do. We will not... I have the right to reject ads, to not play them. So if you submit something with right join, the chance of it getting played is basically 0. Let's be honest. It can, of course, be AI made, as long as it's clear that it's AI made. Of course, yeah, of course. Anything goes, as long as it's not pure self-promotion. So if it's not a video where you're standing there talking head on camera or whatever, narrative function, where it's just, hi, my name is Maddie. I'm a streamer on Twitch. I create content for XYZ, and I want you to come to my channel. Go follow right now. None of that. None of like selling stuff. Yeah, like this is the spirit of it. Exactly what Forex sent. Exactly. A sign telling you to yell. Like, if you want to sell the idea of yelling in an ad, you can totally do that. The format is completely open to you. What I won't be doing is taking like 80s ads about McDonald's or something. Like, I'm not going to do that. Because that's, yeah, that would be strange. That would be very strange. So, yeah, that's kind of what I want to I want to redefine the narrative around ads. Basically. Not even Wendy's hot drinks instructional video. No, we already have memes, you know? Like, that's part of the meme culture. That's part of the meme culture. I also just realized something. I need to do one thing. I need to do one thing before we get started. Anyway, I hope you all had a great weekend. Do you all have good ideas for ads? I have a a lot of ideas for ads. I understandably don't have a lot of time. So if you are interested in making a funny ad, I can also give you an idea for one. I have a couple of ideas that anybody could execute on. It would be actually even funnier if someone did some of the ones. Yos has an idea. Nice. The ads can be however you want them to be. Like I said, 5 to 7 seconds is probably the lower end of the spectrum, up to 60 seconds. Pitch you. I don't even need to pitch you. I don't even need to say anything. I can just use a prop. Okay? Here's an idea for an ad for you. See? I don't need to say anything. Super easy. Done. I think it makes sense. Okay, so... Are you sending me YouTube videos, Forex? What is it about? What is it? I don't have preview for links, so you have to tell me what the ad is for. Do that again without drop on the screen so you can clip it. Okay, fine. Hold on. Reset drop. Nobody drop for a sec? Okay. There you go. If you made an ad for Googly Eyes, like anybody could make an ad for Googly Eyes. A commercial for a new pharmaceutical by the name of Retafin. Okay. You have an ad inspiration. Okay, hold on.
Wouldn't it be crazy?
I'm already getting an ad on this ad. I'm already getting an ad on this ad. What is this? I'm already getting an ad on this.
Crazy if you could create voiceovers that sound like a
raspy old man.
No.
Teenage girl.
Gordy, inventory's getting out of hand. Leather, mattresses, recliner. There's no more room. What are we gonna do?
You don't want to get Gordy Dodd angry because he turns into the outrageous.
Yes, so anything like this is fine. Unfortunately, he's green screened. So anything like this is totally fine. That's right. Anything like that is fine. Yes. Anything goes. No, Alan, it's just the idea. You need to execute on it. If you want to do googly eye stuff, oh, you need like a clip of me doing googly. Ah, I see your point. Okay, wait. Okay, you need a clip of me. Okay, I see the point. Okay, good. There you go. That should be enough. All right. So yeah, so that's the idea. That's the idea, that all of you can submit ads. There's been some people on Twitter already talking about submitting some stuff. Obviously, if you're someone like Finite or Gale or Andy Stone or whatever, all these people who create like OBS plugins and streaming tools and that kind of stuff, this is great for you. It's perfect for you because obviously this is stuff for streamers. I won't advertise anything that's paid. I think that's the only line I'm gonna draw on that. I won't advertise something that's paid. That feels a bit weird, because then you should be paying me for it. In theory, I think. Right? Yeah. So OnlyFans is out. Only filters is fine. That's the OBS forum for filters, where you can share filters with each other. So that would be fine. Yeah. So let me just do one thing here before we get started. And if you did anything exciting this weekend, tell me about it in chat. Tell everyone about it in chat. I vegetated at home. Because it was so hot, I just didn't go out, basically. That's what I did. Yeah. Let me just see here. Why isn't this... You learned how NASA decides how to make trips to Mars. How did you learn that? What? Huh? That's wild. How did you learn that? That's so cool. Last night I went and watched the Northern Lights and meteor shower. Perfect weather. Rugmat, was it dark enough where you were? So I went oh, that's true, I forgot. I went astrophotography. I went for astro on Saturday night. Unfortunately, we didn't see any meteor showers, but we had a very, very good shoot. I got some nice photos. They're not edited yet, so I can't really show you. Thank you, Alan. They plan it. Very interesting. I had to drive for 40 minutes to get to a dark enough place. Oh, we drove like an hour and a half. So that's not bad. I need to see, is this actually gonna work? What kind of... This is just a silent clip of me googly-eyeing all over the place. Isn't that weird? I need to make a couple rules in Atom. That's what I'm doing right now. I need to make a rule for something because otherwise it's not going to work properly. I did something, obviously. Executed a comprehensive illumination restoration initiative within the confines of the residential bathing chamber. Successfully diagnosed and rectified a luminescence deficiency.
Wiggle for me, Maddie. Okay, you only get one of those.
That's right, you only get one of those. I will never do that again. I will never do that again. It just won't happen. Can I actually... Ooh, I could. I think. Yes. I can just turn off... Oh, yeah. That's so good. Okay. So 4x, you installed a light? Ambient lighting conditions, thereby enhancing overall bathroom functionality. It sounds like you just AI'd your light install. Like telling us about how you installed the light with AI. I feel like.
Matty, did you know the theme from Mortal Kombat is from a Nordic church?
No. No way. Really?
Yeah, it's a finish him.
Oh no! No!
Finish him. Long story short, I changed a light bulb in the bathroom over the... Oh, you changed a light bulb. I was actually thinking you installed an actual lamp. I went out for a bike ride for the first time in ages. It was nice. Very nice. That's cool. Yeah, I won't be long on this chat. Just FYI. I just need a couple seconds to figure this out. It's important, trust me. That's all. It's important. Okay, that's saved. So I'm just gonna try something. Marcy, what have you been up to? Tell us. Everyone's been telling us about their fun light bulb changing moments. So yeah, we went out for Astro on Saturday. Drove about an hour and a half. I always go with a former colleague who I'm now friends with, logically. And we always have good chats in the car. We always talk about good stuff. He's a data scientist, so we talk about nerdy stuff sometimes. I am a godfather to one of his children, so we talk about his family as well. Like, we really have a good time. It's really nice. And Astro is just, you close the door to the car, you get out of the car, it's completely pitch black. You look up and you just see all the stars. And it's quiet. There's just silence. There's no one. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. I love it. It's so nice. And it's something so unique. Like, I can't... It's very... If you've never done it before, then it's really hard to... It's really hard to describe what it's like. Res1, hey! Is data fun? That depends on your definition of fun. What is your definition of fun is the question. Recovering data is definitely not fun. Watching data could be fun. Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, we need to try out a few rules. You're not going to see the interface for this, but that's fine. I'm going to just turn off the fun stuff. For a second. Oh yeah, that did it. Someone try a meme for me. Any of the memes. Just try. Try a couple memes. Nothing should happen. In theory. Aha. There we go. Yes, exactly. So now, there we go. So they were queued. Now if I mute the music. So do you still hear the music? Uh-oh. Do you still hear the music? No music. No! 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 I said test some of them, not all of them. How dare you? How dare you? No. No. Okay, wait, I'm gonna put them back. Oh, it's horrible. Okay, but at least it works. At least it works. Okay, so that means when I do this, yeah. I need to do this. What? No, we're not. No, no, no. How do you make a stadium burn? I don't know, breakdancing?
Welcome
I
in
hear-
Cypher Enigma.
We'll definitely need Excel.
What is this? It's Microsoft Excel.
The amount of control I give you over my stream is terrifying. How you doing, Cypher? We used to have more. Oh, wait, what? This doesn't... I don't think this is gonna work. Of course you're
Welcome in
literally...
here, Ginny.
Ginny, hi! Of course you're literally asking us for more. No, what am I asking you for? I'm not asking you for more things. I'm just saying that you can test some things occasionally. Sometimes you can test things, and then... Like, I need your assistance to make sure that things work properly, because otherwise you won't enjoy the stream. It's just that simple. And if you're not enjoying the stream, then why are you even here, you know? Oh, ads. Yeah. Yes, I asked you for ads because...
Welcome in Erasmus 1.
Rossum, hi. I asked you for ads because I don't want to record all of them myself and just have it be all of my ads running on the channel. Because I want to retake the narrative. And everybody has something to promote after all, right? All of you have something to say. You know? All of you have something to say, for sure. Definitely.
What's that smell? Failure.
A proper tester should also test the limit values. That's true. That's true. Okay, I do have by arranging a soccer match. You mean football, Rez? I have a question for all of you. If you've looked at the chat on this side, you may have noticed that there are all these mod icons. And because I'm running OBS on my machine, in OBS I'm logged into Twitch, it has like the cookies or something. How can I force OBS in a browser source to ignore storage of cookies? Someone tell me that. One of you is brilliant and smart enough to know the answer to this question. You can only drop once, Rez, per drop. You only get one chance. You only get one chance. You can disable the visibility of the icons. Oh, right. Yeah. If I interact with that browser source and I change stuff, it will change stuff for my mod view as well. Yeah, Rez, you should know that. You're in JD's stream all the time. Excuse me. You're in JD's stream all the time. You should know this. What did I do here? Music, then fun. Okay. Music and then fun. See, I only have to do this once, and then I can just copy-paste it. CEF has disable local storage. How can I set a flag like that? No, no, no. No, no, not running OBS that way.
Walter.
Hey, J. Walter. Not running OBS that way. Running the browser source chat, because this chat window here is a browser source in OBS. How do I pass parameters to the browser source? That's the real question. That I do not know. I tried to find out, I could not. I could not.
Welcome into Walterbot.
Hello, J. Walterbot. So yeah, great to hear of all the stuff that you all have been doing. J. Walter, if you'd like to record an ad for this channel, then you can. I don't know if you've heard, but I've been asking people for ads. Because we don't have any ads anymore. For this channel, that's right. We don't have any ads anymore. But I feel like it would be nice to be able to change the narrative around advertisement and run ads that people want. Hence, I will run ads for things that I like and for people that I like. For people from the community promoting things that they like. It's not that difficult to understand. So you could, J. Walter, you could record an ad for Darklang. I think a lot of people don't know about Darklang. As long as it's not self-promotion, as long as it's not like a big company paying you money to talk about their product.
Oi! Wake up! Stefan, Benny! Take a look at this!
They've left us a gift. That is so nice of them. I think we misjudged them. I love horses.
Me too.
We should open the gate.
Hang on. Let's see what Charlotte thinks. Charlotte!
At CrowdStrike, we monitor trillions of cyber events to detect threats and prevent breaches before they happen, to keep your business from becoming history. We stop cyber attacks. We stop breaches. We stop a lot of bad things from happening. CrowdStrike, protection that powers you.
So, this is what I'm talking about. A company like CrowdStrike cannot pay money to get an ad on this channel. And as you all know, CrowdStrike is a very, very famous, well-known brand that with great brand track record, right? So they can't buy ad space on this channel, okay? They can't buy ad space here. But all of you can get ad space on my channel. All of you can. And that's because we will have good ads. It has to be data related. You want to run a Snowflake ad? You want to talk about Snowflake, Cypher? You can talk about Snowflake. You can talk about how unique they are, how pretty they are, how many you like to catch on your tongue. You can talk about Snowflake as much as you want. Absolutely. Anyway, we've dilly-dallied around for a while. Let's kick things off. I don't think Panther Chicken is configured, actually, yet. In the new layout. We've dilly-dallied enough. Toasty, Panther Chicken are out.
Garbage.
Padawan, are you trying to claim Barley? You figured it out. You learned all the moves. City, desert, desert, city, swamp.
If you didn't want to play, then why'd you come to the party?
Ah, Exactly. You have a tiny idea for a series of ads. J. Walter, DM on Discord. I want to hear one word. One word on Discord. DM. Alan did it before too. I'll give you a yay or a nay. Isn't it ironic that you run away from ads and then you join the dark side and start putting in your ads in this content? But it's not. The thing is, they're good ads. Yes, J. Walter, sure. I'm not really sure. I might have an idea. I might have an idea what you mean with that. But anyway, let's get started, chat. As appropriate, the meme of the day is, of course, about ads. Obviously. Where are the ads, chat? Where are the ads? We have so many things happening on the stream, but there are no ads. Do you miss them? Do you miss them, chat? Did you almost hit it, Rez? Were you close? Okay. So this is the ad for today. If you want meme of the day, you just do !MOTD, then you get the link to the thing, and that's how you do it. And then if you've been here before, then you know this by now that you can do that. Anyway, let's move on and let's talk about our first topic for today in the privacy and ethics category of the Data Cafe episode number 39 about Nvidia. Who of you has heard of Nvidia before? I'm pretty sure most of you have heard of the company Nvidia because they are the most valuable company on the planet right now, based on stock price anyway. I believe so. I believe it's Nvidia right now. No, Apple. Sorry. Apple is still higher. But it's close. It's close. So, leaked documents have shown Nvidia, surprise, surprise, has been scraping a human lifetime of videos per day in order to train AI. What else? Obviously, we're only training AI these days. We're not training people, we're not training anything else. And yet they're only scraping videos from 8 machines because they have such powerful graphics cards. Internal emails, Slack conversations, and documents obtained by 404 Media show how Nvidia created a yet-to-be-released video foundational model. Oh, if I highlight stuff on 404 Media, it looks weird. So this article is unfortunately content gated, and 404 Media, I really support independent journalism, which is why I do not provide unarchived or archived links for 404 Media articles. Nvidia has scraped videos from YouTube and several other sources to compile training data for its AI products, which 404 Media investigation has shown. When asked about legal and ethical aspects of using copyrighted content to train an AI model, Nvidia defended its practice as being in full compliance with the letter and the spirit of copyright law. Internal conversations at Nvidia, viewed by 404 Media, show when employees working on the project raised questions about potential legal issues surrounding the use of datasets compiled by academics for research purposes. And YouTube videos, managers told them they had clearance to use that content from the highest levels of the company. Nvidia GPUs feel like vendor lock-in. They do, don't they? Compliant with the spirit of copyright. Yeah, I know. So this is a very, very, very scathing article. The full thing. A former Nvidia employee whom 404 Media granted anonymity to speak about internal Nvidia processes said that they were asked to scrape videos from Netflix, YouTube, and other sources to train an AI model for Nvidia's Omniverse. Now you're probably wondering, what is Omniverse? Yeah, this is definitely a CTO Mira moment. Omniverse. Nvidia Omniverse is a powerful multi-GPU, real-time simulation and collaboration platform for 3D production pipelines based on Pixar's USD. Now, I'm not someone that knows a lot about this kind of thing, 3D production. But if you can imagine that they've been scraping so much data for this, surely there is a inkling in your brain that's telling you they are trying to fully automate something. What could they possibly need that amount of data for otherwise, right? Like scraping Netflix? What else would they need to scrape Netflix for? I mean, Netflix has a very small subset of like documentary style videos. Most things on Netflix are movies and fiction, right? There's not non-fiction on Netflix. Alan, what have you sent me? Alan, what have you sent me? Is this saved for stream? Okay. Okay, give me a second. It's a test run. So I've received my first ad submission from Alan. Devil's Advocate said, Forex says, maybe they want to have a new feature in Nvidia graphics cards that will enhance videos. Well, the article says, and the former Nvidia employee says, that they were scraping videos in order to train an AI model for Omniverse, specifically. Discord is taking 1,000 years to open. Scraping Netflix videos to make AI-generated entertainment content is my guess. Exactly what the Hollywood writers' strike was supposed to have been about, according to the writers' union. Oh, you're thinking entertainment, not even fiction, non-fiction. Oh, I hadn't even considered that. Okay, chat. We need to vote on whether this is art. Also, isn't that breaking DMCA and copyright just to do the scraping? Yes, that's the point. Like them saying that they comply within the letter of the law and the spirit of the law. Copyright means that you're not allowed to take it and copy it. Like it's in the word copyright. Okay, Alan, let me download this video. Discord is just incredibly slow opening up. Like, how can it be this slow? Okay, I've downloaded it. Okay, chat, you need to decide. You need to decide if this is art. Okay? Chat, we need an opinion from you. We need you to say whether this is art, okay? I'm going to make this as immersive as possible to simulate what it would be like. Okay? Are you ready, chat? This is 6 seconds and 29 milliseconds. Yes, JD is indeed the fourth list item in the Claw team. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
Have a banana. They're delicious.
Is that the whole thing? Is that the whole thing? Oh my gosh.
Have a banana. They're delicious.
Is it a good ad? Do we want to include it?
Why?
This is why Nvidia was scraping content. It makes sense. It makes sense. AI everyone. It makes sense. It just does, yeah. So that ad is acceptable for you, chat. Okay, good. Then we will have it as an ad. We will have it as an ad. But anyway, yeah. It's very speculative still about what Nvidia is actually doing with that stuff. But I urge you to go read the article. As usual, it will be featured in my stream recap, which is entirely for free on Patreon. So there's no excuse for you to like go there and read it afterwards. It's like the first AI generated images with people that had 3 arms and 7 fingers. Yeah. Wasn't very good. All right, back to this. Next story. Speaking of AI and CTOs that have awkward moments, OpenAI has said that they're not going to watermark ChatGPT text. Why? Because its users could get caught. But that's not the big problem for them. The big problem is that people said, we're going to use ChatGPT less if you start watermarking it to show that we're using ChatGPT, because people don't want other people knowing that they're using ChatGPT. That's the problem. And of course, that would be less revenue for them. OpenAI has had a system for watermarking ChatGPT created text and a tool to detect the watermark ready for a year. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse, chat. They know how to watermark. And by watermarking, we mean designating the content as AI generated. And then being able to detect it. And they've had this ready for a year. The company is divided internally over whether to release it. Why are they divided? On the one hand, it is responsible to do so, but on the other, it could endanger their bottom line. So let's not talk about the watermarking in detail. Blah, blah, blah. OpenAI confirmed it's worked on watermarking text that was spotted by TechCrunch. In it, the company says its method is very accurate, 99.9% effective, and resistant to tampering such as paraphrasing. However, it is worried that using watermarking could turn off surveyed ChatGPT users, almost 30% of whom evidently told the company they would use the software less if watermarking was implemented. Chat, would you stop using ChatGPT if it had watermarking? For those of you who do use ChatGPT today, would you use it less if ChatGPT had watermarking of some kind? Other people being able to detect that your content, the writing was, if you were to copy paste it somewhere else, a 100% AI generated text. I would not use ChatGPT less. No, I'm not ashamed that I use it as part of my day-to-day job. Exactly. Jazz hands, it depends. I use it as an unreliable search engine. Exactly. So I use it for like converting JSON to DBML and all kinds of weird stuff. Oh my gosh, Dust! It's my favorite Atom developer ever. Shout out to Atom, by the way. Dust, by the way, have you seen my tweet asking for ads? I need an Atom ad. Don't you have an Atom ad? You must have one.
Some help.
I wouldn't use it for client-facing material if it were watermarked. And I wouldn't either. Of course not. Yeah, okay. Okay, Dust. We have a compromise. We have a compromise. It can be very short. I just showed before. Look, okay? The ad can be 5 to 7 seconds. I received an ad, okay? I received an ad I received this ad today from, where can I adjust the volume? I got this ad from Alan, okay? Alan made this ad for me.
Have a banana. They're delicious.
So anything goes, really. If that qualifies as an ad, then anything kind of goes. So I'm sure that you have some cool stuff around that you could use in theory, I guess, maybe. Drop me all of your stock footage and I'll make a crappy meme. Stock footage? You think we use stock footage around here? I was thinking of an ad for Atom. Like, you know. Oh, okay. Oh, but I'm starring in the ad. Oh, interesting. 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 Okay. Are you clowning around in my background? No. Nope. Nice try. Okay, I'll have to look for some stuff for you, Dust. Anyway, so that's the story, chat. OpenAI will not watermark ChatGPT text. I don't care, honestly. What the heck? That's better. I obviously don't care. I don't think, legitimately, I don't think a lot of users really care. The survey is very misleading, in my opinion. You know? Oh, that's such a tiny elephant. Awesome. So, yeah, misleading. Speaking of misleading, let's talk about this. We should talk about this, chat. A federal ruling in the US has set a precedent. Yeah, my sample is obviously very skewed, Cypher, of course. What kind of precedent, you ask? Well, there is a law in California called Trap and Trace. And there has been a ruling that a website website can violate the Trap and Trace law. Sorry, Dust, what's your question? Why can't Claw members set their own playing via a chat command? Playing what? So we already have a shoutout system. They can. They already can. Everyone in the Claw can shout themselves out. Yeah. So if they type, I think I did it. SO clip. Let's do bad cop. So you see, it highlights and then they play.
Dogs are overrated. Well, there's a cat in this video too, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. You mean changing the fake stream title. Oh. Can Selma come in and do set invading Maddie's chat rather than it being hard-coded? The way that it is currently with the highlighting, no. Not today, no. Not with the highlighting. So the way that I've done this with this highlight thing, so if you do SO clip, let's do for models, like this. So the way that I've done this is it's actually the same image with purple over it.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Yes, you are, Mike. But the thing is that this is actually a copy of the image. That was like the lazy way to do it. I think the real way to do it would be to have a PNG that targets exactly that area only, with only that element. But the problem is that your idea doesn't work anymore, Dust, if we do the highlighting thing. But maybe there's other ideas for that. Use a color source for the background. Oh! 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 And then oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's a nice idea, Dust. Yes, because this color is static. That's nice. That's a nice idea. Dust, can you Discord DM me that quick? That's a very good idea. I actually like that a lot. That's good, because I can reduce the number of images by this much. That's a very cool idea. Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. No, I mean, like, for each person to set their own title, we could totally do that. We could do that. In theory, that they could have a command. Oh, but here's the thing, Dust. How do you take, if you type a command, if you have a command, like !B and then apple, how do you extract only the word apple? Only this part. How do you extract that in Atom? Because I don't think you can. Because it listens to the whole thing. And then it takes the whole content. Like, it takes the whole thing into the variable if you store it. Like, I don't see a way for you to separate that. The following panel gets me the most because that's how I find channels to switch to. Yeah, so they could set their own title there. That's actually a really funny idea. Every time they come into the stream, they could set a new title. That's fun. Use a global string variable, set the entire string to the message and find replace with space. Oh, okay, you need to send me. For the checking is fine, like that's not an issue, but I don't know how to do the find replace part. I don't know how to do that. I've never seen that in Atom before. I literally don't know how to do it. If you could like screenshot it or something, where to find that, I'll figure it out. Cause that, yeah, I've been playing around this weekend a little bit. I played with Atom as well. Yeah, because the thing is, Dust. The thing is that I can figure out most things, but some of the stuff is really complicated, and so, like there's like these like condition stuff where sometimes
5 days.
Pantherworld is a Twitch chat-based multi-user dungeon style game.
5 streams.
Yeah, there's items. You need to see you all like relentlessly typing.
5 hours.
It's about collecting items and seeing if you can achieve some kind of unique angle.
5 YOLO deploys.
My first recipe spoiled!
This is Pantherworld Hack Week. I cooked. The game doesn't stop when the stream ends.
So this is what I mean. Like, people can just play ads now that come up in the middle of my content with no warning, just like Twitch ads, except everyone sees the same ad at the same time. Also, you can all type during the ad. There's nothing stopping you from writing in chat during the ad. Like, an ad started playing and then no one wrote anything. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, maybe now is a good time to take a break anyway. Because it's warm. I need to run the aircon for a minute. So yeah, it's been interesting so far. It's been interesting. It's been challenging. Let's put it that way. It's been challenging. All right, let's go. We were transfixed, really? Let's go BRB, and I'll see you all in a couple minutes. How about that? My chat decided to abuse it, so I won't be doing that. That won't be happening. Someone's probably gonna go dig out the clip, to be honest. Uh-oh. 30 degrees. Wait. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is what you came here for, chat, right? This is what you came here for. Up for it. It is very late for you and me. Thank you very much, Rugmat, for helping me with math, because I am not good at math, as we know. I don't like math. And yet, math is important. Wow. I don't know what this is, but that happened. Math is in my name. No hacking. No hacking. A4 is so fast. Ooh, yeah. Check it out. How fast is A4?
Estoy con un developer con experiencia tanto trabajando de forma independiente como en equipos, lo que me ha permitido desarrollar habilidades en autogestión y colaboración orientada a resultados gracias a mi trayectoria en diseño. Aplico un enfoque centrado en un serio, teniendo en cuenta aspectos fundamentales en cada proyecto. Me esfuerzo por producir un código limpio y utilizar asegurándome de que cada solución sea funcional, fácil y mantenerme en el futuro.
This is... What? Is this even a language? Wait, what's it say? I have an idea. Open your mouth to light the bulbs.
Another powerful reason for insisting on Intel Inside.
What?
It's just nightmares.
How did we only figure this out 3 years into streaming?
I don't like it. Oh my gosh, you put bunnies and a siren in the title.
We did it properly, huh?
You need to put 18 plus.
Oh no. I mean, the jokes have been pretty dirty, that's true.
Did I? No. I actually landed on 100. Chat. What just happened? No way. No way. Why is it me? Oh my. Today's meme in particular is quite spicy. I don't know if any of you saw, but OpenAI's CTO was in an interview last week and was asked a fairly standard question about where OpenAI gets its training data. And when asked this question, the CTO said, "I'm not really sure, don't really want to respond to that." But even worse than that, when asked specifically if they trained OpenAI's Sora on video data from YouTube, this was the expression. This was the expression that OpenAI CTO made. And I don't know about
dot n 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 dot
Oh, wait.
dot n dot n dot n dot n dot n dot n dot n.
She's speeding up.
Dot n 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 dot.
She's getting faster.
Dot n dot n dot n dot n dot n dot n
Oh!
dot n dot n dot n dot n.
She's speeding up.
Dot n 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 dot.
Her cadence changes during the pronunciation. Ooh, a 20 in there. She's running low on batteries. No, I'm afraid of the line. No. Ah. It hurts. It hurts so bad. I'm not going to single you out, but I want you and everybody else in chat to hear this. It's very important. Everybody has something to offer. Everyone on this planet has a different path. We're all going to end up in the same place eventually. But right now, all of our paths are different, and every single path has something to offer. Even if you jump in a pool on stream. Even if you create stupid products for Twitch that allow people to zoom in to 1000% of your face. You always have something to offer. Your perspective and experience is the most important thing. Okay, shut up, Maddie. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good break. I am so warm still. I'm debating running the fan, the aircon. If you don't understand me, if the quality is bad, you have to say something. But I think it's going to be okay. I just know there's going to be a lot of interference. Double drop? What? You can't double drop. Who said you could double drop? You can't. I bought a pizza, but I'm too afraid to start the oven. But Yost, you could just put it outside on the street. There was someone who dropped the rainbow poop at the same time. I don't know. Back to the news, chat. So. Oh, why is that there? Sorry. Jerry's still chilling. You won a contest done by InstaFluff and you got some customization coins. Oh, right. The customizations. Yeah. If you just drop, you can customize your character on Pixel Plush. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Reset drop. You can go to pixelplush.dev. I think it is. Yeah, so you can go here. So you can go to Pixel Plush, and then you can buy things with coins. You can buy stuff with coins. Goodies market. Here it is. So yeah, you can buy stuff. Rainbow pool. Oh, I don't have any coins. There's so many things. Anyway. 222 ad. When life hands you lemons. The fall of the House of Usher. That's 2 minutes 22. I'm not watching an ad that long. A rich streamer like you can afford that. Padawan, I am not rich. Why do you think I'm rich? I'm not rich. So, precedents. Let's talk about precedents. Trap and trace. Trap and trace is a law in California. A federal court in California broadened the definition of the... What? I don't know why that's missing. The court denied C2 Education's motion to dismiss a class action alleging it violated the California invasion of privacy law. The ruling called it a precedent. Landmark decision impacting a trap and trace software case in California. Blah, 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 blah. Through its partnership with TikTok. So, listen to this. The original complaint argued that C2 Education, a Georgia-based platform that offers online tutoring and test prep for K-12 students, breached California's, why is this so badly written? Trap and trace law. Penal code blah, blah, blah. By installing TikTok software that siphons user data and matches it with TikTok's database on its website in a process known as fingerprinting. So this is literally adding one of those pixels to your website to track conversions. So adding a TikTok pixel to your website already gets data from the user. Sounds like there's a lot of copy pasting in this article. Yes, there's quite a lot of mistakes for law.com, but whatever. The trap and trace law prohibits the use of pen registers or devices that record dialing, routing, addressing, or signaling information from a wire or electronic communication, which basically means everything. Basically means everything. So the appeal was, or basically why they tried to get it dismissed, was trap and trace only applies to physical devices. That's what they tried to get it dismissed as. Congratulations, Dr. Padawan, on your lobster claw. So the court disagreed with that, saying that the provision doesn't stipulate that the trap and trace device must be physical. It simply refers to a device or process that records or captures certain information, which can be a website pixel or JavaScript on a website. There's no reason why it can't be that. So now it says that the court maintained that the plaintiff did not consent to TikTok's collection of his data. So this could be a very significant deal. If this does set a precedent, legally speaking, every single website in this jurisdiction, I mean, it is a federal ruling in California, so every website in California, or accessible through California maybe, might be subject to this, that anything that is third party has to have consent tied to it. Yeah, and a lot of email lists, a lot of like emailing tools have like pixels in them, so they know when you open the email. Because I don't know if you know this, chat, but basically when you receive an email, the reason they know if you read it is because if there's like an image here, and then there's like some text and stuff, right? There's a little 1x1 pixel in the very bottom of the email generally, like way or very top, but it's like transparent. It's 1 by 1 pixel transparent, and that makes a request to a website with like, you know, open equals true or something as a URL parameter type thing. And that way they know that you opened the email because the image was loaded. Now, of course, if your email client doesn't load images by default, that doesn't work. I know that Outlook has that for some Windows machines, I think. Anyway, so this could be a big deal. Let's see what happens with that. But speaking of TikTok, there's another article about TikTok today. TikTok has actually conceded, and they have actually removed their so-called light version from the App Store. TikTok has decided to withdraw its light platform in Europe. This follows legal proceedings against the platform. TikTok Lite has been criticized for alleged addictive triggers and a lack of age control. Making pizza, Yost, congratulations and good luck. Oh, Rugmat, 99.65. What? Wow. 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 Very, very close to 100. Again, Rugmat. Last time it was your bot, to be fair. But I mean, people are landing. People are landing now. It's true. We've done something to make it better. The EU Commission has announced that TikTok's parent company ByteDance has agreed to withdraw TikTok Lite from Europe. European users will no longer be able to access it. This comes after the EU Commission has already opened proceedings against TikTok. This doesn't close those proceedings, by the way. ByteDance has also given assurances there'll be no other app or technology for accessing the platform. Until now, the app was only available in France and Spain. The core of the EU criticism concerned their so-called TikTok Lite Rewards program, which allowed users to be rewarded for specific interaction in the app. Does this sound familiar, chat? Today's drop target is 100, Rugmat. You already hit it. You already hit it. The drop target is 100. It's not going back down again. So this wasn't on TikTok. This wasn't on TikTok, Yost. This is only on TikTok Lite. It's like Coke Lite. It's completely different. No, we're not putting the target back down, Rugmat. So this program allows users to be rewarded for a lot of specific interaction in the app. This sounds a lot like engineering behavioral addiction. Those who fulfill certain tasks, like watching videos, distributing likes, or following channels, receive vouchers, mobile phone credit, or even money via PayPal. They would literally pay you to like people's stuff. The European Commission expressed concerns because according to DSA, which TikTok qualifies as a VLOP, they have to carry out a risk assessment. And this is with the connection of addictive effects. Now, TikTok apparently didn't do this for TikTok Lite. And on top of that, there were no effective age controls to prevent minors from being exposed to a potential risk of being addicted to this app. TikTok emphasized that it had always tried to engage in constructive dialogue, but the EU Commissioner said that they're going to carefully monitor TikTok's compliance with these obligations. This doesn't say, like, to me, this doesn't sound like they both reached the same conclusion in the same way. Every time I try to clip, your overlay tricks me. Ah! then it's doing its job. How's the audio, chat? By the way. How's the audio? I should listen back to it. I don't even know what it's like. Is it very, like, choppy? Like, you must hear that it's, like, working in the background to eliminate the fan, or no? Okay. You can't even tell there's an AC... Really? Wow. Wow. Ah, okay. Maybe if I turned off the music. Okay, if it's just my voice... If it's just my voice and nothing else... And if I go, like, a little bit further back from the microphone... Then... Maybe. But if it's doing the cancellation thing, if it's doing it, that's good. Good for me. Oh, sorry. You can hear the fan if you hold the phone to your ear. But then it would be like we're on a phone call, Yost. Then it would be like we're on a phone call. That would be weird. So strange. Anyway, let's talk about the last privacy article for today. And this one, if you are located in the US... Thank you, Redma. Thanks for the feedback, everyone. If it sounds good and you can understand me well, perfect. If you live in the US, you might be a little bit concerned about this next article, because you may not have even heard about this. The company that does background checks has been data breached. 3 billion people exposed. You might be affected by one of the biggest data breaches ever known and not know about it. You got an email, great. So there was a recent class action filed against a company called Jericho Pictures, which is a background check company that does business under the name National Public Data. And it claims that the company was breached by hackers earlier this year. As a result, the lawsuit says confidential data for 2.9 billion people was exposed and stolen by a hacker group known as US DoD, which is probably not the US Department of Defense, but that's just a guess on my part. Making matters even worse, those affected by the cyber attack may not even know, because National Public Data gathers its data by scraping information about individuals from non-public sources without their knowledge or consent. The exposed information contains varying details for nearly 3 billion people, including full names, former and current addresses, social security numbers, as well as personal data tied to family members and relatives. Wait, a US company has data on billions of people? Breaking news! I mean, to me, it's just wild that you can have a company that exists in this space, you know? Like, to even have a company that exists in this space, that operates legally in this space, is mind-blowing to me as a European. Completely mind-blowing. The breach was previously unknown to the public. It's unclear when the breach actually happened. The plaintiff, Christopher Hoffman, says he only became aware of the issue when an identity theft protection service notified him in July that his personal information had been compromised and leaked on the dark web. The group hosted a national public data database containing leaked information on dark web forum in April. So it's been out there at least since April. At least. And they are looking for $3.5 million from a potential buyer. Christ, that's... wow. Mashable has reached out to National Public Data for comment. Hey, Nikki! Oh my gosh. Nikki, it's so cool to see you. Chat, I have someone to show you. I have someone to tell you about. Nikki is a nerd like us and makes cool content like us. Do you have any clips? I hope.
Nikki!
Oh no, it's a horror clip. It's a horror clip. No, that's not what I wanted to show. No, so Nikki does cool, nerdy science stuff. Okay. So you should all go follow Nikki. One of us. Exactly.
Welcome in, Karayan.
Kara, good to see you as well. So good to see you, Nikki. I'm glad you're able to catch a stream. Our time zones are not aligned. I don't think. Well, maybe my stream time zone is okay for you, but the reverse is more tricky. So yeah, Nikki, you're based in Canada, right? If I remember correctly. You have this Monday off. Ooh, nice. Nice. That's right. We have other Canadians in chat too. I believe Rugmad is based out of Canada. I think Faffinaboot, a couple other Canadians kicking around in chat. And anyway, so Nikki's really cool. So definitely go check out Nikki's content. I stumbled upon Nikki a couple weeks ago while searching for a co-working stream. It was very late and no one in Europe was streaming anymore. So I just put in the co-working tag and then I just started looking through thumbnails. Like the classic Twitch discovery method, you know? Yeah, I'm Swiss Canadian, Steffi. It's not the same thing.
Yeah,
Another
wasps are
gaming
terrifying.
stream.
That's why, yeah. And wasps don't let you do your thing. Wasps don't let you do your thing, which is why I also don't like wasps. You're doing your thing and a wasp is like, what's up? Hey, how's it going? I'm just gonna hover right next to you and I know I can bite at any moment and I might just because I feel like it. And it's not at any risk to me because I'm not like a bee or anything. I don't die. So I'm just gonna get up in your business, float around and see what you're up to and then bite you. No.
That's a very accurate description of wasps. My mom was stung by a wasp, actually. My mom was stung by a wasp on the weekend. On her head. Yeah, the thing is, Nikki, so in the software and game dev tech communities, if you don't typically stream in this category, I'm not sure if you stream in this category, but in this category, a lot of people use clips to shout out other people. Because our viewership is typically small enough that we can curate clips from streams. And there's some people that go to like extreme lengths to like tell people to do clip hygiene, and you know, it's really extreme. There's a lot of like negative sentiment around clips. Yeah, clip hygiene. But it's not so hard. I mean, you can basically just yeet all your clips with one view or something, you know? It's also a possibility. Yeah, I don't know anyone. I would never tell anyone to clip hygiene. I would never, ever tell anyone to do that. But there are certainly other people out there. I don't know if anybody here knows anyone like that, but there's definitely people out there who do that kind of behavior. Anyway, good to see you, Nikki. I'm glad that you're able to catch the stream. Today, Monday is always our Data Cafe format. So today is episode 39. It's the 39th episode of the Data Cafe. Oh no. It's White Panther.
Did it actually work first time?
This is fine.
Oh my gosh, I did it!
That is a loud clip. Anyway, what is the Data Cafe?
Ralphio? Gone to take his dinner.
The Data Cafe is a tech and data news show where we have different categories. So like privacy and ethics, garbage, hardware and IRL, Gen AI, startups and technology, and then we have 3 sections where we have one article highlighting from them. Swiss news, something from the TOS.gg recap that is from Zach Bussey, who's a streaming news creator, and a random pick. The random pick is at the very end. It's like a reward for sticking around. I always try and find something a little bit obscure. So we've covered privacy and ethics, and of course every stream of mine also starts with
shout out and see if we can get a
oh no
clip.
How meta is this now? How meta is this?
Of course, see if TD has been doing any clip maintenance.
Oh,
Twitch clips can become a thing. I started a new trend.
Clip hygiene. Anyway, if you only have one clip, it's easy. So, the thing is, okay? So, here's the thing. Here's the thing, chat. Here's the thing, okay? Every stream starts with meme of the day. And Nikki, maybe this is an opportunity for you. You may have to do this format with biochem and science news. Oh, that's a very cool thing. And if you really like that, then I'm gonna need your support because I need your ads. So I am unaffiliated, which means that this stream doesn't have ads injected into it by Twitch. I can run whatever ads I want at any time. And that means that I get to choose what ads are run. So I can include only good ads. And I've decided that I'm going to change the narrative on ads by asking people to send me ads. So for example, I received a submission today already for an ad. I already received one submission. I don't know, Alan, if you're still here, I don't know what Alan has called this exactly, but Alan has submitted this ad.
Have a banana. They're delicious.
And that's the whole thing. It's like 6 seconds. 6-second ad. It's an ad for a banana, basically. So yeah, you can send me any kind of clip that you want, up to 60 seconds long. Ideally somewhere between like 20-30 seconds maybe. And talk about this like science format that you're gonna do. Like not completely super self-promo, right? Like it has to have an angle of some kind. Not just like, hi, my name is Nikki, I do cool nerd stuff on stream, science, blah, blah, blah. Like it should be an ad for something very specific. But it could be for like a news show, right? It's like, have you heard of this specific wasp? This ad feels like an ad for the banana game. What's the banana game? So yeah, if you want to send that to me, feel free to do so. There's no like timeline on it or something like that. It's just something open call for request. Yeah. Open call for request. So, let's talk about our one and only hardware IRL article this week about mosquitoes. Maybe also nice timing there with Nikki being here. If you're inspired, like I said, doesn't need to be a crazy thing, but yeah. So, oh, right, Cypher, yes. With the unique skins and stuff. Exactly, I remember now, yeah. So, mosquitoes can fly, but they cannot hide from the Bzigo iris. And you're all probably wondering, What the heck does this thing do? Guesses, chat? Okay, who thinks... We'll take a little poll here. 0 or 1 in chat. 1 in chat if you think this is a mosquito killing device. That you think it kills them. I'm going to start tallying. Okay, chat? Who says no? Who says yes? 1 for yes, it's a mosquito killing device. 0, it's not a killing device. Okay, we have 1 vote for 0. 2 votes for 0. 3 votes for 0. 0. 0. Not a killing device. Oh, Padawan says it's a killing device. No? 7 votes? Am I tallying correctly? I think so. Yes.
Welcome in Stream Elements.
Hello, Stream Elements. Nikki also does not think it's a killing device. Jay Walter also does not. Okay, so you basically all don't think it's a killing device. That's good. Okay, fine, good, wonderful. Death to mosquitoes. My guess is it counts mosquitoes. Ha! Well, you're in for a surprise. Mosquitoes are masters of evasion, seemingly disappearing after you unsuccessfully try to swat them or grab them out of the air. That's where the Bezigo iris comes in, as it tracks them and shows you where they are. This was a prototype in 2020, and fast forward 4 years, this device is now commercially available. If you place it in a location where it can see most of a room, the iris will use a wide-angle camera and computer vision to constantly scan the space for flying mosquitoes, even in the dark, okay? Even in the dark. And apparently, it doesn't even get fooled because it has an AI brain, and it can distinguish mosquitoes from other things that are not mosquitoes. Whenever a mosquito is detected, the iris tracks its position until it lands. What just happened? Oh, thank you for the follow, Raisin Bori. I was wondering what that was. Haha! There are 3 R's in strawberry. It marks that location with a Class 1 eye-safe red laser pointer while wirelessly alerting the user via an Android app. Okay, chat, we need to watch the video.
Introducing Bzigo Iris, your
Bzigo, sorry, excuse me.
bedroom's new smart mosquito guardian. Bzigo Iris scans the room with dynamic vision and tracks mosquitoes in a way no other solution does. It notifies you when it sees a mosquito and marks the spot with an eye-safe.
This is great. Look at this. It's laser pinpointing where the mosquito is in the room, but you still have to go kill it or remove it. Sorry, unalive it.
An eye-safe laser. All that's left for you is making the final punch and get back to sleep. Bzigo Iris detects all mosquito types, day or night, even in the dark. Always chemical-free. Bzigo Iris is safe and reliable, protecting your health and saves you time and effort.
Okay, chat, how long will it be? How long will it be until someone figures out how to upgrade the laser so that it doesn't only target them? And it can actually kill them. Like, how long is it gonna take? Rugmat suggested it. Does it have shortcut support? Can I activate a laser if it finds one? I don't know. All I know is that it costs $339. So yeah, burn marks on the wall. Exactly. It's a bit... Yeah. This is very expensive. This is very expensive. You're saying it right, Nikki. Oof, indeed. That is so expensive for this. In before someone upgrades the laser and hurts themselves. I would love to read that news story. If any of you come across a news story in the future where someone figured out a way to upgrade this with an actual laser coming out of it and like you know, unaliving. Actually unaliving the mosquito. Like if someone figures this out, please let me know. I want to see it. I want to read about it. Anyway, it's talking about AI stuff. Let's talk about more boring stuff than lasers, or depending on how you view your opinion of Excel. Excel now has even more CoPilot magic in it. The AI-powered features in CoPilot added in July are now available, allowing Excel fans to run prompts on data tables. This can simplify your complicated spreadsheets. Don't worry about a reckless prompt ruining your data. CoPilot provides previews of requested changes as a precaution, letting you see what happens before applying them. That's nice. When used as CoPilot to make changes to table data, CoPilot provides a description of the planned changes along with a button to apply the change.
What is this? It's Microsoft Excel.
It totally is. It is Microsoft Excel. But it's Microsoft Excel on crack because it now has AI in it. Leveraging artificial intelligence in spreadsheets can be a powerful data analysis tool. Blah, blah, blah. For example, you could ask CoPilot, highlight rows where Q1 and Q2 are more than Q3 and Q4, and AI would create a formula for you, like this one. Very cool. Conditional formatting prompts can range from simple ones like this to highlight rows where there's a sales lead but no territory listed, so you can do dependencies between stuff. Very cool. So how do you do this? You basically do this by clicking try in with a prompt card on the CoPilot Lab website. There's also CoPilot Lab stuff for Word and PowerPoint, by the way. But you need a CoPilot Pro subscription. How much does that cost? $20 a month. Oh my gosh. If someone upgrades the Mosquito device, call it Turret and give it a Portal 2 case. Oh my god! That's a great idea, Steffi. Steffi, that's... Oh my gosh. Someone needs to put that Mosquito thing in this. Oh my gosh. Someone needs to do this. Someone needs to do that. That is amazing. That is an incredible idea. Tell me who on the team handed in timesheets that looks suspicious. Exactly. Yeah. So Excel's been upgraded. Excel's been upgraded. On the flip side of things, talking less about AI processing data and more about image generation, there's been some interesting stuff coming out. I've got 2 articles here that we probably won't have time to cover in detail today. But one of them is that research has been showing that AI image generators might actually lead to their own downfall. I'm sure all of you are cheering right now. If I could listen to you from your computer. Can I listen to you from your computer? I don't think so. But this is how it would work. So basically, the best AI image generators have improved massively in quality, but what's happening now is a lot of artists have begun fighting back by poisoning their AI images. They've been poisoning their images and uploading those images to public websites, like the tool Nightshade that we've talked about before. And basically it corrupts the training data of the image without changing how the image looks to the human eye. And so with generators picking up this stuff by scraping, the AI images are so widespread that they're going to hoover up all of this stuff. And then basically, when they keep retraining their models or fine-tuning their models even more, they end up with complete garbage. So there's a paper that's been published by 2 computer scientists, Matthias Bohacek and Hani Feyrid, with the catchy title, Nepotistically Trained Generative AI Models Collapse, which basically says nepotism in AI models is a thing. which is very interesting. AI image generators on AI images quite quickly lead to deterioration in the quality of output. Farid likened the phenomenon to inbreeding. There you go. So you don't diversify your gene pool, aka you don't diversify your image training dataset, then you may actually end up with something that is bad. This is objectively very bad, unless you were going for this art style. Exactly, regress towards the mean, with the mean being even worse than we anticipated. So that self-destruct, exactly. And there's even further evidence of maybe even the entire AI hype cycle cooling off a little bit. Many of you are probably familiar with Gartner's hype cycle. Okay, so you have this Gartner hype cycle thing, and basically they always say, what is the most thing, like what is happening right now? What is the most, what is the most hyped? Blah 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 blah. I don't know if I can find agile technologies, emergent technologies. Let me give you an example one. So like this one. So you can see, for example, peak of inflated expectations. Gen AI, and this was in 2023, Gen AI was almost at the peak of inflated expectations. So essentially what could happen now is this Gen AI stuff could very easily land in the trough of disillusionment. And the way that that could happen is through a few different things. Number one, stuff like this, research showing that you know, AI models are going to be their own demise. But then there's also research coming out, like this one, about so-called emergent abilities in large language models not actually even being emergent abilities. So let's talk about emergent abilities, because this is actually a really big deal. I'm gonna make this text a little bit bigger for you. Thanks, Nikki. Yeah, hype cycle is just a kind of corporate measure of how advanced a particular technology or technological state is in the market. It doesn't have any... Yeah, it will. Sorry, Cypher, what I meant to say is I don't know what the speed is. So like it can take 1 year for this to happen, or it could take 5 years for that to happen, right? So they say here in the light blue, they're saying 2 to 5 years. But it's possible that this becomes shorter. Did you already find it, Steffi? Did you find it? Thank you. Ooh, nice. But I would have to add it. I would have to buy it. 17th of June. I want to see it. Sorry to be... No. That's correct. It will move through it. Yes, it will move through it. It's just a question of how long it takes. Exactly. And what the other thing is, so let's talk about emergent behavior. So emergent behavior, for you all to understand this a little bit, AI is not a new thing. AI has been around for a very long time. Machine learning has been around for a very long time. Emergent behavior has been described, or emergent abilities have been described for a long time in lots of AI stuff. Now the thing is that in large language models, which we haven't had significant large language models for very long, right? It's only been maybe 8 to 10 years now. But there's been talk of emergent abilities in large language models. So a emergent ability is something that isn't trained as part of the model, but that happens over time when the model is put into production. So they're explaining it as Where was the thing? Our findings suggest that purported emergent abilities are truly not truly emergent, but result from a combination of in-context learning, model memory, and linguistic knowledge. Our work is a foundational step in explaining large language model performance, providing a template for their efficient use, and clarifying the paradox of their ability to excel in some instances while faltering in others. Thus, we demonstrate that their capabilities should not be overestimated. And this is a big deal. If this paper says and can prove that there's no such thing as actual emergent abilities in large language models, things that we thought to be, you know, like this model can acquire certain capabilities without training on it, that's very valuable. But now they're saying that you actually have to train these things anyway, because all of this stuff, all of this emergent ability doesn't actually exist. They're not actually emergent. They're just from a combination of factors. It seems to me that current AI drought is purely intentional to give companies a rest so they can get a proper hype out of GPT-5. Without that rest, people wouldn't have enough energy. The current AI drought. Interesting. Forex, what do you mean by energy? That's the question. Do you mean electrical energy? Energy? A journey? So that is a big deal. That is a big deal. But that's a very good segue to our next article, actually. It's a very good segue to our next article. I found this article yesterday talking about fundraising for AI startups. So typically, you all know about startups. I'm guessing most of you know quite a bit about startups. But traditionally, startups aim to do two things. One, get acquired, or two, go public. Both of those things reward investors, employees, and founders. Okay, so you have a circle. You have employees that work in your organization. You have investors who put money into the business. And you have founders. Okay? Founders typically have the most equity. Typically. Unless they've taken on a lot of investment, then they get diluted. So these two pools are typically together. These are typically around 90% or even 95% of equity in a company. Sorry, this is not a good chart. Employees typically have the rest, divided among them. And the first employees get more than everyone else. Now here's the problem. In the case of a recent deal, Character AI, only the founders are actually really celebrating this. Because what happened is, so you have three parties: investors, employees, and founders, right? Founders have a big bubble, investors have a slightly smaller bubble, and employees have a smaller bubble, right? This is the idea. What happened with Character AI is that Google decided to pay $2.5 billion to license their technology, which is called white labeling. White label or license. They can be very similar. But also, they're going to hire 2 superstar co-founders. So these ones here. That's a check. They're going to take 20% of employees. So that's a check. But then, they're basically offloading the investors. So you're neither going public nor being acquired. It's kind of in between. It's called an acqui-hire. So it's being called acqui-hire. It's basically where the founders get themselves extracted from the company, and the company will continue to operate. in a lot of cases. Now the thing is that why this is not good is because Character AI raised 150 million in venture funding, which put them at a valuation of 850 million. Okay? But the app, even despite having 3 million downloads last month, doesn't have any revenue. They seem to be doing pretty well on the surface, but they are not. They only made about 200,000 from the app in July. This is a company that has an $850 million valuation. Do you guys how long it would take to get to 200 with 200k a month? Do you guys how long it's going to take for you to get to profit? Like you're talking a ceiling like this. You're talking something like 20 years at minimum. This is not a good situation, right? Assuming there's some kind of growth. Estimated revenue for this year is only 17 million. 17 million. So if you wanted to make your money back, let's say that they raised 150 and they need to get in 17 a year. How many years is that, chat? That's like 8 years. 8 to 9 years, which in Silicon Valley terms is an eternity. And then that's only operating net zero. That's still no profit. That's no profit yet. So this is not a good situation. Now the thing is that the reason this is happening is because there are no real AI engineers. The number of world-class computer scientists and engineers are very, very, very small. Low thousands. Low thousands. There's so few people in this field that basically you are going to be hired. If you are a founder right now, then you're likely to be acqui-hired. And like Yost says, Yost was acqui-hired recently. It was pretty painless. That's nice. That's pretty good. That's not a body lease though, in your case? It's not a body lease, Yost? So this is not a good situation, and this is contributing to the whole perhaps AI hype cycle maybe entering Triumph of Disillusionment soon. What's also interesting is that, for example, we saw the case of Wiz turn down a $23 billion acquisition from Google's parent company. Probably because their deal might not have been approved because of, you know, the whole antitrust stuff. There was a ruling that Google violated US antitrust law with its search business. So there's a lot of scrutiny happening. And so an acqui-hire can also circumvent that scrutiny to some extent. Hence, this path is the way a lot of acquirers are going, whereas traditional M&A might take years to complete. VCs are rethinking their relationships with founders. So this is very interesting as well. Traditionally, a startup will raise capital until they are acquired or go public, rewarding investors, employees, and founders. That everybody wins model is how Silicon Valley usually works. With Character AI, only the founders are celebrating. Shazir, who owns 40% of the company, is going to net up to $1 billion. He and DeFreitas are going to go back to their desks at Google, which they left in 2022, complaining they were frustrated with the company's sprawling bureaucracy. 80% of the startup's employees who are not joining Google are now in limbo. So if the founders are not in the business, this is a great analogy, someone else now has the keys to that car. And investors are only getting a 2.5x return, which is for them very low, according to their calculations. This is not the situation that investors plan for. They hope for like a 50x return. So this is changing things. This is changing things a lot. So that maybe is part of the sentiment you were echoing earlier, Forex. Now we do see more and more investments into AI. Like this company here, Placer AI, they now have a $1.5 billion valuation, where they've raised another $75 million. Placer AI is doing AI market research based on location data. So they have location-based analytics like real estate stuff, all that kind of stuff. Now the thing is that they filed a Form D, which is just basically saying that they intend to raise funds, and then they closed the full amount with a new valuation at 1.45 billion, that's a lot of money. That's a very big valuation. It's a huge valuation. Placer's analytics cover general trends like foot traffic at a particular location or for a particular store. So Aldi ranks as the fastest growing retailer based on visits, but they also have more detailed data about who buys what and when using demographic. Of course, this is probably without a lot of consent because it's in the US, which is why they can raise so much money. This would be unlikely in the EU, in my opinion. In my opinion, it would be very unlikely for a company like this to operate in the EU. Also notable is that Placer was founded by two Israelis back in 2018, and 2 years later, they had a bit of an issue because they actually founded in the middle, well, just before the pandemic, right? So 2020, the pandemic hit, and a world turning away from physical gatherings, you would think that location analytics, oh, they're going to have a huge problem now. But actually, their data provided visibility into what kind of COVID measures were working and what was not. So they knew what kind of things, in terms of market research, right? Not in terms of infectious disease spread, but they knew they could use that data to determine if reopening made sense for a business or not, for example. So yeah, lots of interesting stuff around AI. Really like a lot happening. Yeah. And that's basically, in my opinion right now, because we're at the sort of peak of the peak, I think the funding is probably going to dry up very fast. In combination with this type of funding changes that we're seeing in the market, as well as these kinds of changes to companies that are already operating and like these acqui-hire stuff, as well as research coming out showing that Gen AI is maybe not that impactful to the organization's bottom line. Stuff like only 1/3 of those projects will be realized. Stuff that, emergent behavior isn't actually emergent behavior, etc. I think there's a good chance that this is drying up very fast. When I compare it to the rest of the AI startups that just promote ChatGPT, they have something new and different, which is better than 98% of the other AI startups. This is true. Most AI startups today are just ChatGPT wrappers. It's true. Which is boring, because you don't need that. Anyway, I'm out of water. So let me just go get a bit of water, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. We have 3 more articles to talk about in the kind of tech space. But I have a question to ask you first, chat. Do you think we can run out of QR codes? Open question. Think about it, type your answer in chat, and we'll read them when we get back. I will see you in a few minutes.
I've got my data.
I've got my data!
Why? Why? Why?
Here it is.
Do you know what I'm realizing? Doing this guest stream with you, I wonder if it's the bunny suit or not, but it's so much more tiring than doing my own streams.
What?
What is that?
Is it? So much
Yeah,
more.
I am.
But you're just sitting there. I mean.
I am pooped.
Wow. Well, we're gonna take a break again in a couple of minutes, so that's fine. Or maybe I
No, I
just
need to get
stream
some
for
energy
longer.
up.
You know? Maybe I just stream for longer. You know?
Man, maybe I'm just so boring.
Roasted. On desktop and a single static. Oh, 88. Wait. Oh! Oh! It looks like I'm dodging a bullet, Surly. And a single static asset image on.
Gotta use the state library. There were a couple really good ones. No.
What's that? 11?
That's
11
10
now? How many is that? Are you happy with yourself, J. Walt? Full and embarrassing. Can anyone guess what that might be? Hi, Exegete. How are you doing, Exy? It's very good to see you. This stream is embarrassing, yes. No, we are going to watch. I didn't even need to drop the items first and then pick them up very quickly with my other account. White Panther has actually created the perfect mechanism for laundering items offshore to not be taxed. You have literally recreated capitalism. So whose fault is it really that I am using the system? Whose fault is it really that I am doing the thing that is most natural, which is avoiding getting taxed? Zero is the answer. Thank you for the good vibes, though. I appreciate it. Control, how are you doing today? How much I've made? So, T. Drayson, I could have that.
Welcome in Pafinaput.
I could provide that, I guess. Wait, I have a question. How much I've made? I don't think I can have that here. Because this is... Oh! Who dropped the X? Oh my gosh, Rugmat. You savage. Look at it spin! Look at it go! This is amazing. Hello, chat. Fafin, hello. Another Canadian. Fafin, we have like 3 Canadians in chat. I've been doing alright. It's a bit warm, so I've got the aircon running today. If my voice sounds a bit different. I think I've been straining my voice a little bit more because it's loud. Does that make sense? I think that's why I got thirsty before, is because I've been straining my voice to talk over the aircon, but actually I don't need to. That's too many or not enough Canadians depending on your perspective. I think it's just the right amount of Canadian. So I asked a question before break. Do you think we will ever run out of QR codes? Let's see the answers in chat. Cypher says, from a strictly technical standpoint, sure. Ruckmat has used GPT. We will run out of atoms before we run out of QR codes. That's an answer. Anyone else like to guess? So I have an article here, and the article says, It's about QR codes. Apparently there is a myth that QR codes are like IP addresses. And that we ran out of IPv4, and so we had to create IPv6, and that we're apparently running out of QR codes. However, that is not the case. We are not running out of QR codes. The idea of QR code depletion originated as a joke on social media. Simply put, the world is not facing a shortage of QR codes. They are not a finite resource. In fact, they are not a resource at all. They are simply one way of storing and displaying data, just like a barcode. QR codes were invented in Japan in 1994, and since then they've become known for containing links to websites. However, they can actually contain any information you want to put in them. We're going to run out of RFID addresses for all of these tags before we run out of QR codes. Exactly. Depending on the QR code sender you're using, you can store around 3 kilobytes of data in one. If you wanted, you could store an entire file or application inside a QR code. QR codes are limited in how much data they can contain, but there's no limit to how many times you can generate them. So even if you somehow manage to create a QR code for every single combination of data they could hold, everyone could still go on generating and using them. QR codes will continue to work even if someone somewhere has generated the same code before. So the idea started as a kind of doomsday joke on Twitter, obviously. QR codes are 80% depleted. What's the lowest resolution QR code that's Turing complete? I do not know the answer to that question.
Welcome in, Aaron McHale.
Aaron, hello! Good to see you. Oh my gosh. Let's do the thing. SO clip Aaron McHale. Aaron, do we have a clip? We do.
And then I was like, go sign up for Maddie Chuchu's course. So basically, that's where I'm at, is just being like, look at how smart I am on decision science. Just like that. All the time. Just like, so smart. Got it. Do the things. Be smart. Woo, woo, woo. We're into the finger guns.
Who clipped this? Who clipped that? So smart. So smart. Aaron, how have you been? It's very good to see you. It's been a while. So, what is the lowest possible QR code that is Turing complete? I do not know, but maybe GPT could tell us. Maybe. I don't know how to figure that out. So, QR codes are not running out. Just to summarize that for you, in case you were interested. Yeah, that's basically that. So, oh, you're alive. Good. Good. Chrome is doing some changes, and this will affect anyone who has a Chrome extension. It's called Manifest v3. So Chrome is going to start warning users that the extension that they are using is out of date. This is a very old project. This is a 6-year project. So one of the first things that you may have noticed already, if you use something called uBlock Origin, which is a ad blocking extension. Of course, you don't need that here because there's no ads here, right? You certainly don't need that. And that's what's really great about being unaffiliated, is that you don't need to block ads when there are no ads. Although I think uBlock Origin doesn't even work on Twitch, does it? Does uBlock Origin work here? I'm not sure. Has anyone tried? Has anyone tried blocking them? Blocking Twitch ads? Forex says yes. Yes what? Yes it works, or yes you've tried it? But you took my channel points! What do you mean, Yoast? Those aren't ads. Those aren't ads at all. It works. Oh, really? So uBlock Origin
Welcome in, techie girl.
blocks ads on Twitch. uBlock Origin does not work on Twitch unless it's a recent thing. Hi, techie girl. Good to see you again. uBlock Origin does not work on Twitch. So that would have to be a recent change. Do any of you have uBlock Origin on right now? Because we could test it. We could test it. In theory. If you go to a channel with ads and you have uBlock Origin activated on Twitch, then when... Is it in Arc? I don't know. Who else uses Arc? Does anyone even use the Arc browser? I don't use Arc. I use Brave. You use it and still see ads on channels. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know the definitive answer to this, but from my opinion, from what I know, no current ad blocking tools exist that can block Twitch ads because Twitch uses a different
5
ad
days.
Pantherworld is a Twitch chat-based multi-user dungeon style game.
5 streams.
Yeah, there's items. You need to see you all like relentlessly typing.
5 hours.
It's about collecting items and seeing if you can achieve some kind of unique angle.
5 YOLO deploys.
My first recipe spoiled!
This is Pantherworld Hack Week. I cooked. The game doesn't stop when the stream ends.
Yeah, so we just got an ad, apparently. The funniest thing is that uBlock Origin, according to studies, speeds up the web as a result, and the argument was against Manifest v2 was that this was supposed to slow down the web. Yeah, I still have follow emotes. Because if unaffiliated channels have follow emotes. So Techie Girl, if you haven't noticed, we have copied Twitch's layout into Twitch. Because why not? So my streaming layout is actually Twitch. Yeah, the clips are wild. The clips are very weird. That is for sure. So this 6-year project is now basically Manifest v2 to Manifest v3. You like it? Thank you, Techie Girl. There's some little there's a couple Easter eggs. Nice try, Yost. There's a couple Easter eggs in it. I guess you've already seen me inside the profile picture, but yeah, there's a couple of Easter eggs. There's more coming over time. Definitely. So what is happening is that Manifest v3 is basically that v2 extensions would start being removed in early June of this year on Beta, Dev, and Canary channels, which are like non-production versions. And users can manually re-enable v2 extensions for a very short time, but at some point the toggle would disappear. The shift for enterprise Chrome deployments is expected to be put off until June next year, 2025. They've said that Manifest v3, as the new extension platform, was built for improving security, privacy, and performance and trustworthiness of the extension ecosystem. The thing is that the EFF basically disagrees with the security aspect. Firefox has said they will support v3, but they have no plans to cut off support for v2, signaling that it doesn't see this big improvement. So basically, Google is saying, "Oh, v3 is the shizzle, like it's way better," and everyone else like, "Nah, not really." But the biggest thing is about ads. Yes, building for Manifest v3 is a big pain in the butt compared to v2, but the biggest problem, I think, is with ad blockers. So Google said it's not killing ad blockers, but making them safer, saying that Manifest v3 allowed for a greater number, more dynamic updating, content blocking rules in extensions, like ad blockers. But in v3, there is no longer remotely hosted code. This means that ad blockers currently use filtering lists that are remotely updated. So ad blockers that want to update filtering lists wouldn't be able to do this anymore remotely. They would have to go through Chrome's web store review process. And this is basically gatekeeping. This is the definition of gatekeeping. When Google, a major ad player who also develops the Chrome browser and this Manifest platform for extensions, says that, oh yeah, we'll review through the Chrome web store, right? And those lists are huge, and the Chrome web store could take ages. I mean, it's really not a good situation. It's not a good situation. Google said before May, they said that 85% of actively maintained extensions had Manifest v3 versions ready. So I guess the thing is, like, what extensions will be impacted. Like you're saying, Techie Girl, like some user script runners. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of custom stuff that's going to break immediately. Raymond Hill, which is one of the devs, or is it CEO for uBlock Origin? I don't remember. Was saying that there will not be a full version of uBlock Origin that works on Manifest v3, but instead it's going to be a light version with the best effort at converting filter lists. So, I mean, it's not a good change. It's not a good change overall. It doesn't seem like it's actually that good. It's very, very contentious. Very, very contentious. 201 comments on this article. Laughs in Firefox. I had already planned to move to Linux as my primary desktop, so swapping to Firefox 2 isn't a problem. Firefox, stop using Chrome. Just one more reason to not trust any Google products. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah. Now, I have a fun article for you, chat. Something a little bit different than normal in the tech space. It's actually a very data based article. Nike's $25 billion blunder shows us the limits of data-driven, which I hate as a word. The illusion of data as objective conceals that it rarely shows you the whole picture. Making decisions based on the easiest data to gather is a recipe for disaster. So this was published a couple weeks back. A former senior brand director of Nike published a deep dive article into a big marketing mistake that took 4 years. 4 years. Nike invested billions into something that was less effective but easier to be measured versus something that was more effective but less easy to be measured. Yeah, so I'm going to give you a link to this article. You will, of course, be able to get it in the recap, but I give you... Here's the Nike saga. On the advice of McKinsey, Nike's new CEO, John Donohue, decided to pivot to a data-driven approach, reorganizing the company towards digital direct-to-consumer channels and eliminating the former model centered on distinct categories. The allure is easy to recognize, and it's the same trap that Boeing and other companies fell into in the preceding years. Coming up with new ideas is difficult, and it requires specialist knowledge. Moreover, it requires specialist knowledge to understand what those specialists are doing, and therefore manage them. But slashing costs works the same way across every industry and every company. So Nike squared up and eliminated duplicate processes, streamlined efficiency, blah, 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 all that stuff. How well did it work? Well, they lost 25 billion in market cap, and they tanked the stock price by 32%. The reason that this happened is because they relied on a lot of easy to harvest data. So the way that you would do this, by understanding how, you know, what someone's buying intent is based on scraping data, right? So for example, online advertising, the most common outcome of advertising is that if you buy a couch, it must mean you need more couches. And this is a big problem. Humans could enrich you are buying bread with the qualitative data toppings go on bread to create a delightful shopping experience. But getting data, or even this data fed to some kind of AI, is way harder than just that. It's much, much more difficult. So Nike's decision to eliminate individual product categories that would have this kind of niche and expertise has a generic one-size-fits-all data model. That basically means you hand out flyers for your pizza shop in the pizza shop's lobby. So you're basically spending money for customers that you already have. So basically this is what happened. And it's a very interesting deep dive. And Nike just chose to focus on something that was easier to measure rather than something that is really important to measure or an outcome. And that's kind of what we talk about in decision science, which Aaron knows a lot about because Aaron took my course on decision science. We look at decisions as there's a decision to be taken, and then there is an outcome that happens from that. So if you are interested in a decision because you want to achieve a certain outcome, you need to work backwards. And so you cannot say, oh, I'm just going to collect whatever data I have, and then hopefully we can do something with that. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. It just simply doesn't work. And Nike's case is a very simple example of why that doesn't work.
Welcome in MMLVX.
Hello, MMLVX. Welcome in. Wait, isn't MMLVX Roman numerals? MMLVX would be 2020. No. Wait, no, that's not right. MMLV. Not quite Roman numerals. Well, welcome to stream. Great to have you here. M is 1,000. So it would be 2,000. I think there's no V in it. There's no V in Roman. Oh, no, there's V in Roman, but there's no L? I don't think there's an L. Anyway. MM is 2,000, L is 50, V is 5, and X is 10. Oh, okay. Right. Well, the point is, we're glad that you're here. However we decide to decipher your name. Speaking of numbers, my stream's all about numbers. Let's talk about numbers. This week's Swiss News article is about the biggest techno party in the world, which was held this past weekend in the city of Zurich, where I live. 920,000 people attended the street parade. This is basically twice our population. This is basically twice our population of Zurich, okay? So it's kind of wild. About 920,000 people. Now, you would think with that amount of people in such a small space, oh, there's probably a ton of issues. However, no, actually, it was very peaceful. So there were 470 people that needed some kind of medical treatment. This is more than last year, but it's still a very small amount. But there were only 30 hospitalizations, and mostly very minor things. There were 25 arrests, which is, in my opinion, not that much. And there were people being redirected and stuff. But yeah, there was basically the same number of participants as last year, give or take. 7 stages, with the largest stage at the final area drew the biggest crowd. There were a total of 28 Love Mobiles. So yeah, that's basically how it went. If you would like to see pictures of Street Parade, then just Google it. There's a lot of pictures out there. Very big techno party. Not my flavor, but maybe some of you interested in that. MMLXV would work. Maybe you should change. Is it even available? That's the question. Because it might not be available. Twitch might tell you someone else already has it. Yeah, so Love Mobiles are basically each of the floats. Each of the floats are called Love Mobiles. Just to give you a context, of this is what it looks like. This is not Burning Man. This is way more mainstream. Way more mainstream. So each of these floats, you can see them here. So like these, sorry. There's like little floats along the route. And they basically, okay, Burning Man also became mainstream, I guess, in a way. Yeah. But this, yeah, it's absolutely crazy. You can see all the way up here. Basically, this whole thing is just packed with people. The entire city is just completely packed with people. Like Zurich in general is not that busy. This is way too crowded for me. Like, I get anxiety looking at this photo. Like, I already have anxiety from this photo. So, yeah. You would cheer if you could. I know, Fafin. If you do want to support me, though, the best way to support me... that's not the right thing. The best way to support me is Patreon. It's really the best way. Zurich felt like a bigger village. Yeah. Zurich still feels very small to me, to be fair. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. Because yeah, Fafin, you're already a patron, of course. But others who are looking to support. Of course, Fafin, you can always bump your tier, right? For 1 month or something. Yeah, it's kind of wild. Like, I've been living in Zurich for so long that everything feels so small and familiar to me. Like, it's really... It's such a small place, in my opinion. It's such a small place. But yeah. Anyway. So let's talk about our second to last article for today. This is, of course, the highlight section for TOS.gg. I'm actually wearing Zach's shirt. Merch that I got gifted. That's a great idea, but I try to keep my Patreon spend. Of course. No, of course. You never need to apologize. No, of course. I'm grateful for any and all support, of course. So you can follow for free on Patreon. That way you'll also get my stream recaps. You get every week you'll get 1 or 2 recaps, depending on how many streams there are, of what we did on the stream. There'll be like links to all the articles that we discuss in the Data Cafe. You don't have to go hunt them down afterwards. So everything is like in one place. And the reason why becoming a member, a free member, is good is because you also get it by email. So if you prefer to like not go to Patreon and have to log in and blah blah blah, or you don't want to download the app, etc. Thank you, Fafin. Have a very good rest of your day as well. So let's talk about second last article for today. TOS.gg stream recap 116. Oh, it's AOA. Hello, A. How are you doing?
Welcome in Cat Soho. Welcome in OA underscore.
It's not Mew. What? It is not me. Yes, it is. Of course it is.
A D needs to be a bit longer. So...
Thank you for the follow, Florato.
Welcome in Stony underscore Eagle.
Hello, Stony and Kat and Jonathan. Hello again to you. You're unlucky today. Kat, how are you doing? It's good to see you again. Hey, how was your stream? How was your stream, eh? What did you get up to? What did you do? What did you do? I assume it's some kind of design stuff. Oh no, Kat, I'm sorry to hear that. Really? Aw. I'm sorry to hear that. That's very unfortunate. Oh. Yeah, that's right, Flora. That's right. I am a data guy. I'm even known in some circles as something else. You know, in some circles, I'm actually known as the data daddy. Datenvater. Kat, I'm so sorry to hear about that, Kat. But I'm sure that you're gonna come out of that situation stronger and in a better position than before. So what do we do here? We do all kinds of data stuff. Mondays we have a talk show, a news show called the Data Cafe, which is what we're doing right now. We're almost wrapping up for today. Talking about data and tech news, all kinds of stuff. And Fridays we talk about all kinds of weird stuff. We code things, we build stuff, we do data analysis, all kinds of cool stuff. And oh, chat, I have news for you. I have news. You know that I submitted the I submitted a challenge, the Pacific Data Viz challenge. So the physical event is actually happening tomorrow, lunchtime. That's where they're actually going to pick or announce the winners for the Pacific Data Viz challenge. Is there like Pacific Data Viz? Did I do like a command or something? No, maybe not. But anyway, so it's like 3 a.m. here, so I can't watch it. But chat, there's a very good chance, there's a good chance that I win. I have a 1 in 18 chance. I have a 1 in 18 chance to win either third, second, or first. So let's see what happens. I'm not holding my breath. But like I said, if I win, I'm going to tell you about it. Definitely. Maybe we should have a quick peek at the canvas I did, if you want to see it. So Cypher, you have to do watch for those. You have to do watch for those clips. So this was the canvas that I did. It's called the Pacific Data Viz Challenge. The topic proposed was gender inequality. And basically I did a kind of semi-interactive dashboard with various charts and all kinds of like insights and stuff like that. And yeah, so not only can you see all of these things, but you can also exit the canvas and you can actually view all of the things that I did in the canvas in detail if you want to see how I came to those conclusions and inspect my code and all that kind of stuff. So that's the kind of stuff that we do on streams. I built the initial version of this on stream, and then I finished it off on my own because it took quite a bit of time to do. But yeah, we are now talking about the second to last section of the Data Cafe, which is the TOS.GG stream recap section, because my fellow lovely friend Zach Bussey does this great recap on what's going on in the streaming space and content creation space. And the biggest topic of this week has been, chat, has been one thing in particular, which is that Twitch has launched a DJ program. They launched it on the 8th of August, aka 808. If you're not familiar with the reference, it's a music reference. And yeah, so they launched the DJ category. It coincided with a week-long celebration of DJs, an opening day 24/7 DJ raid train with well-known DJs like Zed, as well as people established on the platform. So yeah, what's really interesting about this is that DJs right now still don't know what their final cut revenue is going to be. Like, can you imagine as a business that you agreed to go into business with someone and you don't know exactly what your cut is going to be? Because Twitch basically hasn't said exactly what your cut is going to be because it's based on like different criteria or something. So yeah, that's kind of wild, like for me. But that's like the big news, so you will get that. If you're only catching the stream now because you're coming in from the raid, also if you need to go, that's fine. You can follow my Patreon for free, and you will get all of my past recaps, including the one from today, where you can read and get all the links to the stuff that we discussed. So that's one option for you. Yo, Maddie, since you're a data guy, did you ever hear of Subset? Yes, I have. I have actually not ever used Subset before. Why the question? Do you participate in Kaggle competitions? No, I don't. I don't. I do not. I'm not really like a classical... Not really like a classical data scientist or something like that. I actually call myself a decision engineer. Just because they're building the product and I hope they actually build something great. You were one of the first beta testers. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, like, basically what I do as my day job is I work in a smaller company and I focus on decision making. So I use a fundamentals of what we call decision science, which is essentially it's hypothesis driven development, product management. Yes, Aaron, definitely. Rogman has a bot, of course. Ash, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. Are you trying to code in my chat, Aaron? You trying to code in my chat? Get out of my chat. Don't code here. Get out of my chat. Building a playlist app. That sounds fun. Anyway, I wanted you all to know that I appreciate all of you. Let's talk about the random pick for today, which, funnily enough, if you were here last time, it was about Japan. And funnily enough, the article this week is also about Japan, but it's data related, so I picked it. Japan has decided to stop measuring train crowding using something called the newspaper readership scale. So listen to this, chat, okay? Japan's Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism has changed the way it's measuring crowding on trains, which is abandoning a metric that was based on newspapers and magazines. So this is what they used to use. Okay? This is what they used to use. And this scale basically is 100% to 250% crowding. And here's the translation, roughly. 100% is the train is at capacity. You can sit in a seat, you can hold onto a strap, or you can hold onto a pillow near the door. 150%, you can easily open and read a newspaper. 180%, if you can make an effort to fold it, you can read a newspaper. 200% is there is a lot of pressure from physical contact, but you can still read a weekly magazine. But 250% is every time the train shook, my body tilted and I couldn't move, not even my hands. So last Friday, which is Friday 2 weeks ago, the ministry published its latest congestion report, which is in Japanese. By the way, awesome charts. Like, let me just say, pretty cool charts. And they ditched both the graphic and newspaper magazine metrics. And they have changed the congestion rating because obviously people don't read a newspaper anymore. They use their smartphone. So the new ratings are 100% same. 150% is shoulders do not touch. There are more people near the door. 180% is shoulders touch and there is a slight sense of pressure. The person near the door feels cramped and has difficulty turning around. 200%. Bodies are touching. There is a great sense of pressure. People near the door are unable to move. I mean, just read this out of context. Just read this completely out of context, chat. Bodies are touching, and there is a great sense of pressure. People near the door are unable to move. We are 200% at capacity. I mean, it's what a measure. What a measure. To be fair, they used to have 250%. Now they only have 200%. So maybe they don't accept higher capacities. You're welcome, Kat. So this news from Japan suggests that we should also contemplate a metric for train crowding. So I would like to hear your suggestions, chat. What kind of metric do you propose for train crowding? I'm open to suggestions. My good night, eh? Thank you very much for the raid again. My favorite metric for train crowding here is based on smell. Basically, 100% is no smells. Okay? Very easy. Super easy, 100%. Switzerland has great public transport, so 200%, I'm going to go straight to the maximum, okay? 200%, there's obviously some stuff in between. 200% is you need nose plugs. Okay? That's the scale. It's very simple. Yeah, it's fine, Kat. It's because of, you know, automod stuff. How much can you smell your neighbor? Surge pricing would be a good one if that were public. Do we have surge pricing? Do we have surge pricing in public transport already? Is that a thing? Don't tell me that's a thing. Look at this. You can see Cat's automod on here. That's also a downside of having the logged in browser, unfortunately. Anyway. Do you enter the train via ticket? No. So we have a system. We have a system where there are three types of fares. So you can have the top tier system is called GA, which is a General Abonnement, which basically means you have a ticket for everything. You can ride unlimited. It's like 3.5 grand a year. If you ride the train every day, this is a very good deal for you. Then there's a tier below that, which is basically point-to-point tickets. So if you're going from point A to point B, you buy a ticket for that. So it's either zone-based or station-based or whatever. So you'll have tickets. But then there's also a system called Easy Ride. And I could make a mom joke here, but I will not because I'm classy. But Easy Ride is basically you swipe in the app to say that you are now starting your journey. And then you swipe again when you've stopped your journey. Now, an Easy Ride will automatically create the cheapest tickets for you. That's the system that we have here. So Japan has tolls, right, for trains. And they have separate tickets for trains and buses and all that kind of stuff. Our system is one system. You can buy a ticket that takes you from the northernmost point in Switzerland to the southernmost point for a day. Like you could buy a day ticket for everywhere in Switzerland, and you could ride cable cars, buses, boats, trains. Like you could ride everything. No, but when people leave trains en masse, it puts pressure on rideshare services. Ah, I see. Yeah. I'm in New York City, and I think that's more expensive than our subway per year. Is it really? Interesting. I suggest to measure it for the amount of steps you receive on your shoes. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. If you want it to be annual, it would be $140 times 12. That's pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap. That's not expensive, in my opinion. That's really not expensive. There's an exception for sightseeing trains. Good question, Forex. I believe... let's see what it says. Travel card area of validity. So, as a general principle, it is true that the GA travel card enables you to hop on and off public transport with ease. Zoom in on the map until you reach the desired size. This also makes... Okay. So, okay, there are some exceptions. There are some exceptions. For example, let's check the over here. There should be. Actually, I thought there would be for Zermatt. I thought there would be. Free. I don't know. I'd actually have to find. I'd have to find where. Number of annual riders. Assuming they ride 2 times a day on most popular routes, we standard route, calculate the average change tickets, blah, blah, blah. XYZ plane. Interesting. I can't find any restrictions. Are there any restrictions? There probably are. I just can't find them right now. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Interlaken, for example. Okay, so it's a reduced price from Wengen up to Jungfraujoch. And this is because That is a very special train that's very expensive. Also the same for Grindelwald. So for example, cableways. So like this, yeah, so these, so for example, Lauterbrunnen, this cable car is free, but then this one is a reduced price. It's still worth it. Like if you travel a lot, then it's worth it. Also chat, if you truly want to be first, in my chat, then you have to go here to first in Grindelwald. This is a real place. Grindelwald. Like, none of you have actually been first in my chat until you've actually been here and then written in my Twitch chat while being here in Grindelwald. Do you want to know what it looks like? This is what it looks like. Hold on. Let me show you photos. This is what it looks like. Chat, if you're up here, you are first. Okay? You are officially first in my chat. No. You don't say I'm in first. You say I'm first. Is that a dog? No, it's camera. Yeah, there's this crazy bridge that stretches out over the edge, so you can take really cool photos. This is a really great spot, by the way. Yeah. It's a really great spot. There's some really nice photos there. Anyway. That's it, chat. That's all we have time for today. The prepositions, whether implied or stated, matter. Really? Is that... Okay. Fine. Okay. If you say so. I'm gonna just consult my tiny little data board. Good night, Forex. Thank you for joining. We are wrapping up, but we are going to raid someone. So stick around for a second. I'm just gonna check my outgoing that I haven't raided this person before. I don't think so. No, actually, I don't think we have. We are going to raid the coder behind the duo of the game that you all love so much. None other than Instafluff from Pixel Plush. That's right. We are going to actually raid Instafluff. Now that's pretty awesome. I think that's pretty awesome. Thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out with me today, for catching up on all the news. Instafluff is amazing and now living in Prague. So Instafluff is now in our time zone. Ash, Flora, Razen, Jew, and Art, thank you so much for those follows. See you all on Friday for some coding shenanigans. And I wish you all a lovely week ahead. Oh no! Insta's raiding out. Wait. Insta's raiding out. Oh no. Cancel. Cancel. Abort. Abort. Insta's raiding out. Abort. We are going to raid someone else. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is good. Let me check. When did we last raid them? Oh, we have not raided them before. Great. Yes, coding shenanigans on Friday. We're going to raid a Twitch DJ instead. Someone very established on the platform. Super awesome music. Amazing music. Guns. Gunselsenol, aka Guns. Guns is incredible. Absolutely incredible DJ. So we're gonna raid Guns for some epic music. Her volume is quite loud, so if you have my volume turned up a little bit because I'm quieter, just bump that volume down a little bit. hopefully see you on Friday. If not, see you very soon. I hope you all had a good time today and that you have a good week ahead. Time to chill, chat. See you soon. Thanks for everything. Bye-bye.